So yeah, so the major topic we'll be discussing today, very important. Yeah, definitely, Srini. BHL. If you know someone who is working on that project or who is there, the document will work. Any Indian project, any Indian implementation. Okay, so credit management, major integration between SD and FI. Okay, so credit management. So what's all about the credit management? It's nothing but it's a process of managing the credit limits of the customers. Why? Because this is one again an important aspect in any company. In general business also we think twice, we think thrice rise to give a credit to some customers. Okay, and we warn them your credit it's been long pending something like. Likewise, coming to the companies also, business also, without a credit no business can survive, because you cannot say every customer to cash and carry. In some business it may not be possible. A customer who is buying a jet from you, suppose the company Boeing, you cannot ask that customer to pay 2000 or 3000 crores in one shot and take that. It may not be possible. Over a period of 5 years, they might be paying you. So you need to consider some credit when you are in business. Okay, but that credit should be healthy. That credit should not harm your company's credit, like financial health. Okay, so to better maintain and manage this credit management, we have a concept called credit management, where you can fix, monitor the credit limits of customer. So every company will have a credit department, like we have sales office, sales organization, and this department will be managing the credit limits of the customers. And when I say department, there would be people in that, right? Or there would be team in that. Okay, so the credit department team, what's their roles and responsibilities? Their roles and responsibilities is fix and maintain credit limit for customers. Next, blocking the transactions if the credit limit is exceeded. Releasing the blocked orders if customer is paying the amount. Okay, monitoring day-to-day activities. Okay, you'll be monitoring the day-to-day transactions and check what is the proportionate of the orders which is blocking for the credit, why it's happening, what is the follow-up. So you'll be taking these all things. And this credit department also will classify customers into high priority customers, medium priority customers, low priority customers. Why? Because in our traditional business also we will not handle all our customers as same, right? There might be some customer who is next door to you, you know him very much well, so you give more credit to him. But the guy who is 5 kilometers away, on and off he is visiting your business, you may not be giving that good credit to him. Why? Because you don't know whether he will again turn up or not. So like this. And the guys who is paying immediately, some guys may not be paying immediately even after reminders. So credit management also will help you to classify your customers high, medium and low. Okay, by default, who will be your high priority customer? Anyone? Anyone? By default, who will be your high priority customer? New customer. A new customer is by default always a high priority high risk customer. Sorry, this is not priority, this is risk. Okay, high risk, medium risk, low risk. Okay, by default, by who is your high risk customer? New customer. Why? Because you don't have any track of that customer, you don't know his customer's history, how he pays, how he orders these things. So you will be very cautious when you are giving credit to these high risk customers. Okay, so this is the activities what the credit department would be doing. Okay, so the process runs like this. Let me open. See, and one more thing, as of now, what all the interviews I have seen of my trainees or something, for credit management, they have not gone anything beyond my document. Okay, even not only in India, in US or UK, any SD interviews, if it is credit management, at the max it's covered from my document. So don't go anything beyond. So if you have something, you can go beyond, but be perfect with my document at least first. Okay, so this is the process of credit management in standard, how it may run. Let me show you. Just a minute, let me close this document and reopen it. And credit management, it's a very important concept coming to the interviews as well in the real time also. So please be focused on this concept. Okay, so I cannot zoom this document actually. That's issue. Okay. 76. Okay, yeah, Srini, how can I do this? Okay, so closed. Okay, so the process runs like this. That means whenever such customer place an order, and you know when we create an order.
Ryan, could you zoom the document?
Yeah, that's what I'm struggling actually. I could not zoom. Just there is something wrong. It's not zooming. Just a minute. Let me try again once again. I'm opening the document. Okay, so by the time we'll discuss like what is the process and these things. See, whenever a customer places an order and we create order in the system, you know, right? When we create an order in the system, what all the activity system perform in the backend? So close to 10 to 11 activities and all the determinations happens, right? So likewise, credit management is also one concept which system will touch in the backend when you create an order. That means system will check for this sold to party what is the credit limit, whether he's exceeding or within the credit or what it is. Okay, so when we create an order, system first checks the credit limit of the customer, and if the credit limit delivery, invoice, payment receiving, everything standard. But if the credit limit is exceeded, then system will block that order and an email would be immediately sent to the credit representative or a credit manager. Okay, and they would be they would be in touch with the customer and saying that your credit limit has been exceeded. Yeah, you can see the process what I'm explaining in the document. It's not allowing to zoom. Okay, so you see, if it's blocked, an email would be sent to the department. Okay, after this department, they'll talk to the customer saying that something, or customer says that okay, I'll pay in 2 days. Just consider something. Okay, then they'll release the order, and a delivery would be happen and invoice. But after talking to the customer is not assuring you when he will be paying. Then you may not be releasing the order. The order is still blocked. But when customer has made the payment, then the order will be released. Okay, so the process goes like this. Okay, so coming to the credit management in SA, we have two options to configure, and which we already discussed in the document types. That is simple credit check and automatic credit check. So you know what is a simple credit check, automatic credit check. So I'm not going again to that. Okay, well, because it's a differentiation between simple, but any company would be going only for the automatic credit check. As I told you, it is most robust and gives the sophisticated features to configure credit management. Okay, so let's see configuring credit management. First we'll go with the simple credit check, then after we'll see the automatic credit check. So go to SPRO /SPRO, and you'll be seeing this under the basic functions. Yeah, fine. US market चला गया. Okay. So under the basic functions, sales and distribution, basic functions, you'll be finding credit management and risk management. Basic functions, yeah, credit management. So in this we have two options, that is you can configure a simple credit check or automatic credit check, and at the same time you have controls in the sales document type VOV8 whether you want to go for a credit, there is some field right there, credit group and credit check or something. There again you can have an option whether to go for simple credit check or automatic credit check. So let's see first simple credit check. Okay, so see, before configuring the credit management, you should have some master data configured. Okay, before this you should have some master data configured and some control data. That is nothing but you need to have credit control area. Why? Because credit control area is the organizational element which will control the credit management. So until now what now discussions are the, we have never created a credit control area, right? So now we'll create a credit control area. Okay, and who will be creating this credit control area? FI consultant. It's a job of FI consultant. Okay, so go to the enterprise structure. Enterprise structure. Definition. Okay, definition, financial accounting. And define credit control area. So just go to the credit control area, click this. Okay, so go to the new entries and you can create a credit control area. Okay, so credit control area, you can give some value Z901 something. and currency standard company code currency INR. And the most important field in this credit control area is update, which is called as update group. Okay, update group, and it's very important. In the interviews also you might be facing this question, what is the update group 15, 16, 18 something. So we have three update groups in the standard. You see, this is the update group. So what this update group controls is which sales document you want to update into the credit management. Okay, update group controls which sales document you should update into the credit management. That means whether an open order or open delivery, open invoice, this like this. So each option has some control there. So by standard we have 12, 15, 18 as an update groups, and 12 would be the standard always. Okay, so let me show here also. 12 would be the standard always, and you have an option to configure 15 and 18 also. Okay, so let's see what is the difference between this 12, 15 and 18. Okay, you see 12, 15 and 18. Okay, so what's the difference between this 12, 15 and 18? And the scenarios also they will ask on basing upon this actually. So update group 12 standard. Okay, update group 12 standard will update open order values, open delivery values, open invoice values, everything into credit management. Okay, so it updates open order values, open delivery values, open invoice values, open item values, everything into the credit management. That's it. This is the standard all the time. Next we have 15. It updates open delivery values, open invoice values, open item values. So what's missing here? What's missing here? Anyone? Open order. In update group 15 you will not have open order. Okay, it starts from delivery, open invoice and open item. And we have 0018. This updates open order, open invoice, open item. So what's missing here? Open delivery. In update group 18 we don't have delivery. That means in update group 12 you have everything, that is open order, open invoice, open delivery, open items, everything. Coming to 15 you don't have open orders, it is only from open delivery, invoice and item. And it comes to the 18, it has open order but it does not have open delivery, and it has open invoice and open item. Okay, in what scenarios you will be using 15 and 18? Standard is 12, but in what scenarios you use 15 and 18? When you don't have delivery, what it means? When you don't have delivery, service item you create an order, that's it, and you raise an invoice. Billing is relevant with order related billing, you don't have delivery. So if it is a service item, you might be maintaining, that means your customer, what he's selling, he's into service industry, might be service, then you would be going with only 15. Why? Because you don't need delivery there. Okay, 18, in which scenarios you use 18? Why? Because this very important for the interviews. They will be asking the scenarios like this. Okay, so okay, update group 18, what scenarios you use? Okay, so update group 18 is used for third party process. Why? Because in third party process you don't have delivery. Sorry, 15 you have delivery, right? So 15 is not for this thing. 15 is delivery without order reference scenarios, that is scheduling agreement, STO, or you have any others, right? 15 is for delivery without order reference. Why? Because you don't have delivery. 18 is where you have only order but not delivery, like say third party service item like XYZ. So this is update group, and very important, update group. Update group controls which sales document should update into the credit management. Okay, so you can see this also here, open order and open billing document, that's it, 15. Okay, so that's what this update group controls. And the next fiscal year variant, you can maintain F4 or V3, depends upon your project. Okay, the next very important thing what they ask in the interviews is, where is the credit limit maintained for the customer? Okay, for a new customer, where you are maintaining the credit limit. That okay. So when see, credit control area is not created in between of the project. It is created from day one of the implementation project. Okay, and if you see here, default data for automatically creating a new customers. That means when you create a customer, what system will do is, system simultaneously in the back end will create a dashboard FD32. Okay, a credit control dashboard FD32 will be created for every customer automatically in the background. When you create a customer first time, when you're creating, automatically this dashboard will be created. In this dashboard, it will be assigned something, that is which risk category this customer is carrying and what is the credit limit for this customer. This is fixed or this is displayed in the FD32. But how this FD32 is automatically created? Here you see, that means if you maintain saying that high, you maintain high here and you maintain 5 lakh here, that means for any new customer you create and the dashboard is created automatically in the background. For that customer, the default credit limit for every customer is set as 5 lakhs and he is a high risk customer all the time. Any new customer is a high risk customer and his credit limit is set as 5 lakhs. From where this data is coming into the dashboard FD32? From credit control area. So in the interviews, if they ask you, where do you set a automatic credit limit for a new customers? That is in the credit control area, in the default data, you will be assigning the value here. And for you, when with referring to this credit control area, if customer is created, so where do you have this field? If you go to customer, when you are creating customer itself, you have this field XD02 in the sales area data billing tab. Let me show you. Okay, XD02, let me go there. Okay. So you go to the sales area data, sales area data, go to billing documents. So when you're creating a customer for the first time, what you will do, you will be assigning this particular Z901 whatever you already created. Okay, and you save it. When you save it, an FD32 dashboard would be created for the customer in the backend. So when you assign this credit control area, and system will pull all the details, whatever you maintain for this customer, system will pull it from the backend, the automatic credit limit, and for new customers, what you have set, everything it would be taken from there. Okay. Okay, so once you create this particular what we call create a credit control area, it's an organizational element. It should be assigned to the company code. So you defined it. Now you need to assign it. Okay, just a moment. Okay, so once you given this fields, update group and everything, just save it. Okay, so that's how you create a credit control area, and you go to the enterprise structure assignment and you assign that to a what we call a company code. Okay, and this activity will be done by FI consultants. Okay, okay, so let's come back here. The relationship is very important and you will be also getting question on this. Okay, credit control area can be assigned to how many company codes? That means they will be asking in the interviews, What is the relationship between company code and credit control area, or credit control area to company code? Okay, let's take a scenario something like this. We have Tata Motors, this is one company code, Tata Power, one company code, Tata Steel, one company code. Okay, multiple company codes can have one credit control area. That means the relation is the company code to credit control area, the relation is many to one. That means Tata Group. Why? Because a customer in Tata Motors may also be a customer in Tata Power, and he can be also customer in Tata Steel. So if you want to maintain your customer centrally, then you can have only one uh, credit control area. Okay, this is called as centralized credit control area. Okay, this is called as centralized. We can also have decentralized credit control area. That means Tata Motors will have its own credit control area. Tata Power will have its own credit control area. Tata Steel will have its own credit control area. This is called as decentralized credit control area. So in the interviews they will ask you what is centralized credit control area and what is decentralized credit control area. Okay. So centralized means one credit control taking care of multiple company codes. Decentralized means every company code has their own independent credit control area. Okay. So we just discussed that multiple company codes can have one credit control area. But why can't one company code have multiple credit control area? Okay. So one company code, say suppose Tata Power, why it can't have multiple credit control area? Can we have this? We cannot have it. Why? Because if this department blocks a order, this department will release a order. If this guy release a order, this guy may block the order. So it's not correct. So there should be only one company code should be assigned to only one credit control area. You cannot assign to multiple. So the relation is many company codes can have one credit control area, and one credit control area should be assigned to only one company code. Got it? So you'll be seeing this somewhere in the document. Oh yeah, you see this? We have two credit process, centralized credit process and decentralized credit process, and the relationship. This question was asked in US TCS in in this year, January or February. This question was asked, like what is decentralized credit control and what is this? What is the relationship? Okay, so this is what credit control area. So first step, what you do, you create a credit control area in enterprise structure. Then after you assign this credit control area to your company code. Then after you have this particular major configuration, that is uh, credit control. Okay, so now come to the basic functions and credit management. Yes, okay. Come back and now go to the credit control area. Yeah, I'm recording. Let me once again just check. Yeah, it's being recorded. No problem. Okay. Yeah, come back and basic functions, credit manager, risk management, and now go to the simple credit check. Okay. The third step, okay, is simple credit check, simple credit limit check. Okay, so in simple credit check you don't have much configuration or something. Why? Because you have only option to block at the you can block only an order, right? If it's exceeded, that's it, you cannot do anything. So if you are going for a simple credit check, what you need to do is you have an option, okay, block an order and give a warning message, or block an order and give a error message, or no message. That's only the thing what you can do for a simple credit check. So select your document type, and if you're wondering, in the Vivo V8, if I select 0 OR, by default system shows D. So from where this D is coming, in OVAK, what are the assignment you are doing D here, that's the reason when you go to Vivo V8 and open standard OR, in the credit status field you see D by default because you assigned it here. Okay, so D is only for automatic. So if you are going for simple credit check, then maintain A, B or C. A means run simple credit check and give warning message. Okay, and okay, if it is C means B means run simple credit check limit and give error message. Okay, uh, the next is block at the delivery level. C, I could not expand it anyway. Okay, okay, so that's A, B, C. You have only three options when it comes to the simple credit check, and that's what you would be giving here. Okay, so this is how you configure a simple credit check. That's it, you don't have anything. So why you need to do this? Because sometimes you might be having user defined order types. If you have order type user defined, then go here and assign it if you are into a simple credit check, if your company is doing. Okay, so that's what is a simple credit check. Okay, and this credit group is not applicable for simple credit check. This credit group is applicable only for automatic credit check. If you remember, in the VOV8 you will be having two fields, credit status or something, credit check and credit group. At that time also I told you, if you maintain automatic credit check D, then only you need to maintain credit group. Okay, we'll see this credit group anyway when it comes to okay, or else here itself I'll tell you. Suppose say by default if you are maintaining D, automatic credit check, but automatic has an options, right? Whether you want to block at the order level, delivery level or PGA level. Where it's controlled? It's controlled at the credit group. And credit group is responsibility of SD consultant. You see, order, block at order, delivery or goods issue. That's what you'd be putting here. Okay, so come back. Okay, that's it. So coming to simple credit check, you need not to do anything, only go to the order type and assign A, B, C, that's it. Okay, now you assign simple credit check. Then after, I was saying, right, how system will know whether this particular order, value is exceeding the credit limit or not. How system will know? That is, if you remember, in the pricing procedure we have a field called subtotal, and at that time I told you that the standard subtotal value for credit management is A. That means now what you do is go to your pricing procedure, and for your net value price, okay, for net value assign the subtotal as A. That means now you want to update this net value, whatever the value is, into the credit management. So that system will check this value with the customers. When you enter in the sales document, so system will check for the sold to party this order whether it is within the credit limit or not. Okay, so that's how system knows. So in the interviews, if they ask you how system will know whether the credit of this particular order is exceeding or not, so you should know, right, the flow in the back end, what happens. So how system will know? With the help of the subtotal A, which you assign to the net value field. Why? Because generally we want to update only net value, but if your client wants something to update it, go and assign that net value subtotal for that field. Okay, so when this field, suppose that this order is 1 lakh, the net value is 1 lakh. Okay, so this value would be updated into the credit management. So system will check against some calculations and say that, okay, this order is not blocked or blocked. Okay, so that's how you do that. Okay, the next thing which we already discussed in the item category, saying that if customer has some slow moving item, and customer don't want credit management to be performed for some orders if some orders for that particular slow moving item. Okay, slow moving item, you don't want credit management, that means you don't want order to be blocked against the credit. How? As we already discussed, you are configuring all the credit management at the order level, but you always have an option. That means whatever the configuration credit management now you are seeing, that is at the header level. That means it applicable to all the line items in the document. But you also have an option at the item level to control. That is, we have a field, right, which is called as credit active, a check indicator in the VOV7 item categories. So for that item, if you have this unchecked, system will not perform credit check for this particular line item. So credit management can be configured at the header level, but you can control it the item level. Okay. So let me show you the FD32 dashboard. /m FD32. You see, this is the dashboard what I'm talking about, customer credit management. Here you will be doing, suppose say my customer is this customer and the credit control is this. So coming to, like, you see, when you go to the customer master, you have some views, right, or tabs, control data, sales, like this. For this also we have views, like say overview, address, central data. Select appropriate whatever you want. Say suppose press enter. Okay, I'm creating it. Oh, no problem, go ahead. Okay, okay. You see, these all the values. Credit limit of this customer is 10 lakhs. With taking discount, what is his payments? Without taking cash discounts, what is his payments? Okay. So like this, and how you can access the other views? You can click on, now I am in overview screen. You press this right arrow, you are in address tab of this. Press again right arrow, central data. Right arrow, status view. Status is more which we concerned as an SD consultant. Okay, so you will be seeing last review date and next review date, lots here. Okay, and what is the limit which we fixed to the customer. Okay, so this is the dashboard. We will be discussing in the next session in a couple of fields of this dashboard. Okay, so this is how you configure a simple credit check for a customer. But major of companies go for only automatic, they don't go for a simple credit check, so don't worry about this. Okay, so yeah, we'll stop it here today. So just may want to make you familiar with the credit and these things. So tomorrow we'll see automatic credit check. Okay, so tomorrow we'll go with that. So automatic credit check, so most probably tomorrow we can finish complete credit management. Something left, it will take on Wednesday hardly 15 minutes, that's it, nothing more. So one session we'll finish this complete. So any questions for today? Very important, credit management, and don't think they will be asking much other tough things or something. Pretty easy, understand the basics, that's enough. Yeah, okay, any questions, anyone? Yeah, Srini, the interview was for freshers. So anyone want to change some, Srini or anyone? There was opening in Capgemini Pune. Pune Capgemini, there is opening for SD consultants and PP consultants as well, MM consultants also. So anyone interested, let me know. So one of my trainees working in there, I can forward the resume. Okay, yeah. So any questions for today?